got going on here?
You know, a lot of times I'll get questions from viewers and even people here in the real world. Once people get over to the big box like Lowe's Home Improvement and they're looking at the big wall with all the drill bits, they might see multiple drill bits of the same size that they need. And each drill bit looks just a little bit different or a whole lot different. And if you're tuned in today, I will assume that you've run into this problem and you might be standing at Lowe's Home Improvement looking at that big old wall and you want some answers. And in this video, you're gonna get the answer to which drill bit do I use when I'm drilling this material or that material. Right after this message from our sponsor, BCG Construction. You want to help out the channel? Head on over to the merch store. You can get hats, hoodies, t-shirts. Link will be in the description below.
Wait a minute, what exactly are you talking about with the different bits?
We have this self-feeding spade bit from Spyder. And you can see it's extremely fast at drilling clean, somewhat clean holes through lumber. Conversely, you might find these drill bits. These are Spyder's Mach blue drill bits. These are a more traditional twist bit. These are also good for drilling through wood, all right, and PVC, but these will also drill metal. So when people start to get into these sets, you can see this set starts out at 1/16, very fine drill bit, very small. But at the upper end, you can see we have a 3/8" drill bit. In this Spyder spade bit set, we also have a 3/8 drill bit. And people sometimes, not necessarily with these kits, when they're standing by that wall and they need one drill bit to do the job, a homeowner, DIYer, they say to themselves, well, wait a minute, why do I need this 3/8 drill bit as opposed to this drill bit? If you wanted to drill a 3/8" hole very rapidly through wood, right? Self-feeding. It's effortless, especially if you're going to be going through framing. Let's just say you're running, I don't know, like low voltage, very small low voltage, like wire or something of that nature. You might use this. If we were to use our Mach bit, which is also 1/4" indexed for an impact driver, makes it very, very handy. You wanted to drill with your impact driver. You can also drill very rapidly through wood. It's not self-feeding, but it will do the job. So people say, well, why would I buy one or the other if it's accomplishing the same job? It's because of the crossover, right? They cross over here at wood. But what a spade bit cannot do is metal. The Mach bits, even though you can drill through wood, what their speciality is drilling through metal and different types of metal.
So while you may have more versatility with this type of bit, while you're standing there looking at your different selections, that kit may be a little bit more efficient if you're just drilling through more softer materials like woods and MDF and plastics.
When it comes to spade bits, their wood ejection, they exceed a standard fluted bit. When this twist bit or standard split point bit needs to eject those bits to clear out the cutting head in wood, those wood chips need to travel up these flutes and out of the hole to be ejected. Whereas a spade bit, you can see it just has these ramps, and those ramps quickly eject the wood chips out of the hole. But like we said, if you wanted to drill metal, Spyder says that their Mach blue bits are made to drill through metal. But here's the deal, like, if you can use a lubricant, why not?
Almost caught a stray there.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's
A little excessive.
That's a liberal amount. When it comes to drilling metal, more pressure, less speed. And you can see we're getting those metal chips. And you can see in here, this split point bit is just scraping away at that steel. It's creating chips. I'm gonna put a drop more lube or goo in my hole here. What's happening is that that head is cutting away at that metal and it's traveling up those flutes to be ejected from the hole to make way for the cutting head. There's a whole bunch of science that goes into this. If you needed to cut PVC and wood, but you also need to cut metal, you're going to want to go with something like this Mach blue. If you need to drill through a whole bunch of wood very quickly and rough in, your best choice might be these spade bits. Now, here's the deal with roughing in. In these spade bits, the range goes all the way from 3/8 to 1.5 inches. This is a pretty doggone big spade bit. Give her a rip there, Jim. Let's take a look and see.
Yeah, very nice. I mean, everything that you would want out of drilling through wood. Very efficient, very quick.
You know, we just pick up drill bits and we don't think very much about how it's getting the job done. We just take for granted that it's going to work. But here's the thing. As a business owner, I need to make sure that I'm using the correct bit for the application because that would mean more life out of my investment.
Absolutely.
So we have this 1.5 inch drill bit, but we also have that 1.5 inch size here in a hole saw. This kit starts as small as an 1 3/8 hole saw. Next size up is an 1.5 inch, which is the same as this spade bit. So why would you want a hole saw as opposed to a spade bit? Well, we're going to tell you in just a minute. But we want to know, what material do you find hardest to drill? Leave it down in the comment. While you're down there, join the notification squad by typing the word FIRST. And if you are indeed first, you will be nominated for an illustrious title and possibly win an award. Let's show you how this kit actually works. This carbide hole saw kit actually can cut a very wide array of materials. You can see here, not only can you rough in through wood, but this will cut PVC, cement fiberboard, concrete block, and brick with the ability to cut through block and brick with these carbide hole saws. We're also going to need a pilot point that could actually cut through brick and cinder block. And that would be this masonry bit. You see the difference between the two. Instead of just a standard split point bit.
So this one specifically for brick and block, that one more for your wood, PVC, MDF.
Correct. We're going to screw our hole saw onto our arbor. And as we're doing that, we're going to pull back here at the bottom. It will move these pins down. See that? We don't have to be fully seated against the arbor. We could screw it down until we make contact with our pins. Now, you're going to want to screw it down deep enough that you have enough positive engagement. So we don't want that to come loose or strip out. Now, the only bummer to use this hole saw, we're not going to be able to chuck this into an impact driver. It's not impact ready. We're going to pop this in here, tighten it down. Now, you could use something like this hammer drill, or you can use something like a large right angle drill, especially for these larger hole saws.
That's a big hole.
If we're going through cement board, 2x material, you're going to want something with a tremendous amount of torque, but also some safety features built into it as well.
Absolutely.
You can see we could very rapidly make our holes. The only drawback to using a hole saw over something like this spade bit here is that we have a plug to contend with. Usually prying these out can be somewhat cumbersome.
It just takes time. It's less efficient.
If I wasn't going to say a pain, it could be a pain.
It can be very annoying sometimes.
But what's good about the Spyder kit is it has a little party trick to it. If we push our button down here, right, and then push down, boom, the cord comes right out.
It's my favorite part about the kit.
This is also on sale at Lowe's Home Improvement right now. You can find it in the YouTube shopping button below. But this one, I thought was in and around $140 for 14 pieces. But when I got to the register, it actually was 99 bucks.
Oh, wow.
I was super excited about that because I love a deal. It's great to have the 1.25" for certain materials. If I'm roughing in, I'm probably going spade bit, but there are no spade bits.
Until you get into the bigger sizes.
Yeah, so here's the thing. If you're going to be roughing in a whole bunch, you're going to be putting in, supply lines, but also drain lines. You're going to want to go with something like this kit as opposed to this kit.
Right, but if you're only running some supply lines, new copper, new PEX, sprinkler, whatever, you may be able to get away with 1.5 inches being all you need.
I mean, potentially, yes. But if you are going to be drilling out larger sizes, or if you're going to be drilling through, like we said, masonry, cement board, in addition to the wood, then you're going to want to go hole saw. There is a whole bunch of crossover when it comes to drill bits, but like I said, you want to maximize
your dollars.
Your dollars.
Yeah. Get what is going to be most useful for you.
I mean, these bits have the potential to last a lifetime, depending on your application, how you're using them. These are high quality bits. Make them last.
Take care of your tools, will take care of you.
I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please smash the like button, get subscribed, leave it down in the comments section below. What project were you working on? Why did you click on this video? We want to know. Leave it all below. With that, I want to say I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thanks a lot, everybody. Hope to see you all on the next one.